We'll see how long I feel like streaming. Just going around and finding all of the... What? Great. Skellige seems to be overrun with these things. Oh, the entire pack came. Unfortunately, white wolves are very much a bigger threat than their continental cousins. Endrigas. One down. Ow. Let's see if I can't do this little fun. Flamethrower. And that one's dead. If I remember right, my only real side quest at the moment is a high-level Witcher contract called the Beast from Oxenfurt Forest. I've actually gotten to the fight with that creature. I was gonna say, Geralt, draw the damn sword. Fortunately, these guys are actually not much of a threat, except for that guy with the spear, so let's have some fun, shall we? You're going to be brainwashed. You're now mine. Turn around and stab your friends. Or have them kill you, I don't care. I really don't. 2 down. This is actually pathetically easy. I don't have any real issue with fighting bandits. Ooh, more bandits to kill. You know what? You're already facing the right way. Just keep facing that way and stab someone for me. Or get stabbed. That also works for me. Draw the steel sword, you moron.
Come on.
For some reason, there's a weird glitch. I don't want to call it a glitch because it doesn't seem like a programming error. There's a behavioral error occasionally where Geralt just will not draw the sword you need. That is the end of my spoilers for the night. Well, of that particular spoiler for the night. Sorry. There might be others. With how story-driven The Witcher is, it's really hard not to give spoilers by saying anything. About the only way I would be able to avoid spoilers entirely would be to just stream this and shut up. But frankly, if you're watching this, you're probably watching for equal parts gameplay and commentary. I don't know. Yeah, those are drowners. For those of you wondering why I'm so calm about this, crossbows are one-hit kills underwater. And they basically don't miss. This little island here. Okay, let's actually... This is gonna be stupid, but we're gonna... That actually works out in my favor. It'll work out in my favor if I can actually get my crossbow shots off. Like I said, crossbow hits in the water, guaranteed kills as far as I've seen. Can I dive off the cliffs without braining myself on the rocks? I don't know if I can, but I'm going to. Let's see. There's a hidden treasure around here, which means I need to explore a little bit. Silver, and crowns. I don't even know if that hit. It did not. Shells are a great source of money. Not on their own. The trick you have to do is you go to a blacksmith or any shop really that can disassemble something, and you disassemble shells and seashells as well. You can get this for. And what these turn into are pearls, and occasionally black pearls. You kind of want black pearls because they're better in the long run for this. But anyway, what this will do for you is you then promptly, I think it costs maybe 8 gold or 8 crowns per shell you disassemble. And pearls are usually in the low, like I think a black pearl goes for about 400, don't quote me on that, but there's usually basically pearls and black pearls are a great return on investment in this game. I think, yep, another smuggler's cache, and this one's guarded by sirens. That's a lot more sirens than I was expecting. So you know what? Oh, get off the helm. Oh, these aren't sirens. These are echidna. Which is bad because echidna poison you. And it's really hard to fight them on this tiny boat. Okay, there we go. I was kind of walking on water for a minute. Okay, so Geralt is apparently able to do that. Oh wow, that's actually the first time I didn't just insta-kill. But yeah, as you can tell, echidna are actually a lot more dangerous than their siren cousins. There's an echidna by the name of Elisine you fight here. And she is incredibly dangerous, really hard to fight if you're not prepared. And even if you are prepared, she's actually really hard. I saved Thunderbolt for stuff like her. The one you want to talk to is this Alchemist right here. He will buy your trophies for full price. Unfortunately, he does have some limited hours. So let's see, what time is it? It is just past 8. So what you really probably want to do is wait until 8 a.m. He's pretty much open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. He's got that 12-hour window. And now we can talk to him. Hopefully he's got some money that I can use to...
Greetings.
He's also really, really nervous about the Eternal Fire. Because, I mean, he's an alchemist. How much money do you have? 275. But yeah, as you can see, I've actually sold him 4 of my trophies. Also, there's an interesting little... I don't know if you'd call it an exploit, but watch. If you watch the top left, you'll see my stamina going down because I'm running. Now what I do is I stop running, let it regenerate all the way, and then for a few seconds you actually have unlimited stamina. For running, at least. I've never actually tried this with attacks, or with using signs. This is the Master Swordsmith. And I would be talking to you if I could. For some reason it's not working. Stop sharpening your sword. Yes, I know what I just said. What are these? These are for these are quest items to find Witcher gear, which is actually something I really do need to do. That's part 4 of the Griffin School. Let's go ahead and go find number 1, because I will do the Kaer Morhen one. I will eventually get to that, but actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do the Griffin. I get the feeling the Griffin School items might actually be over in Skellige, because it's actually directing me to the nearest fast travel point, which means it's not here in Velen. It's not in the continent. I love that tip, because I mean, come on, when the time of the white frost comes, do not eat the yellow snow. That is brilliant. The guys at CD Projekt Red, their writing department is brilliant. I think it's DLC based actually. It's one of the free DLC you can get. There's a quest you can find that involves you end up meeting a Witcher of the Cat School. And one of the funnier things is you eventually, at the end of it, you can actually get a note from another member of the Cat School about how their school has basically been taken over or conquered by soldiers. And it says the guy who wrote the note to the Witcher you talk to confirms that 2 of the other Cat School members are dead, whereas he's not sure if a third one is alive or dead. Those of you who are familiar with various, this is actually a bit of smart humor. I can't remember exactly what branch. It's one of the, I think it's actually in nuclear physics is what this is. But for those of you who are aware of it, the name of the third Witcher and who we're not sure if he is alive or dead is actually Schrödinger. So yeah, you can literally find a reference to Schrödinger's cat in this game if you know where to look. And now you can also see why I don't like, why getting Devourer Blood is actually rather difficult. I out-level these guys by 12 full levels. And that death explosion you see, basically if you play Hearthstone, you recognize the term death rattle. And the death rattle these guys have is just really annoying because it's really hard to actually get the killing blow. That's why I also use Ign... And yeah, even when you do sometimes, like I just did there. Oh, finally some Devourer's Blood. That is actually really hard, like I said, that has actually been really hard for me to get a hold of. Because even when you do actually manage to kill them, Devourers have that tendency to explode in a poison cloud. Okay, there's a couple of dead things, and... Oh, that's an Earth Elemental. Okay, before the fight actually starts, I need... I forget, I think it's a Relict is what it's called, is what it's referred to as. Let's see... Wait, no, why am I thinking? It's an Elementa. Alright, so I need my Elementa Oil. It's Necrophage, Insectoid, Relict, Elementa. Elementa Oil. And now I switch it over to Yrden. The Yrden sign is also a really good friend in this situation. Okay, this thing's actually a little bit higher level than me, but... Yes, I am shooting an Earth Elemental with a crossbow. It's not the smartest thing I've ever done. The reason you want to use Yrden is because these things hit like a bus, but only if they can actually hit you. And Yrden lets you dance around and basically not get hit if you're smart. This thing is going to take a while to kill, but probably be worth it. Okay, it's actually outside Yrden, but yeah, like I said, this thing hits like a bus if it hits you. Yrden is your best friend in this game, in this thing. Hopefully it doesn't... It's the one big issue you really got to watch out for with these things is they do have a... They have a... Okay, that's actually something I haven't seen before. Or I don't remember seeing it. It's been a while. It's been a while since I actually played fought against an Earth Elemental. But yeah, like I was talking about with the Cat School gear and why I'm using it, it's light armor, yes, but light armor is actually a good thing because, I mean, my stamina regenerates so fast I can actually basically keep up 2 Yrden zones at once. As long as I'm actually paying attention to my stamina meter. Okay, this actually might not take as long as I thought. Probably the oil. Okay, it's blocking, so anything. Drop the Yrden. You don't actually want to be caught in that. It's the AoE of that is a little bizarre. It doesn't always seem to hit as far out as it looks like it does. Other times it seems to hit out farther. But yeah, this is actually how you want to fight an Earth Elemental, really. You just hit, and you use hit and run tactics. Yrden to slow it down. If you have Elemental Oil, especially Enhanced Elemental Oil, use it because it is your best friend in this situation. The Earth Elemental's attacks are all really big, really choreographed. And if you pay attention, you shouldn't actually take a hit. Also, if you're quite smart. That right there was probably the stupidest move I've made in this whole fight. Trying to go in on at the end of its 2-swing combo, but I went in too early. There we go. Yeah, see, that was one hit, and it took off about a quarter of my health. Earth Elementals are no joke. Fortunately, I'm actually doing really well. You also see what I meant about the AoE on that right there, going out a lot farther than you sometimes think. That was a heavy attack, and it probably that might almost have cost me the fight if I hadn't been paying attention. Like I said, you want to tuck and roll, dodge hits, don't let the Earth Elemental corner you at all costs. I don't care if you have to take a hit to do that. Do not let this thing back you into a corner because you will die. Earth Elementals are a serious fight. Oh wait, no, that's...
Might want to look around some.
Okay, yeah. So apparently that's supposed to be a griffin? That actually looks a lot more like the wolf medallion I'm wearing. This looks promising. Yep, there we go. Griffin. Oh, that's the oh, this is the master level stuff. That's why this is such a high level quest. Does that say Petter?
What happened?
What happened, damn it?
Oh, probably Peter.
Crack me damn-legged too.
Stop whining, Petter. I'm ashamed to hear
No,
it.
his name is
Pull
Petter.
yourself together, man.
I hadn't
Worst
found this
case,
quest earlier.
Henrik will whittle you a wooden leg. Old Allah's got one, and you don't hear him complaining.
Probably doesn't have a tongue.
Also got lice, stinks, and leaks out of both ends. Yet he don't complain about that either. You two
Statue. What is it?
An altar to the god of warriors. Any man who dares
Blood for the blood
climb
god.
like the fire gains the favor of the gods, fame,
and an excellent chance of snapping his leg off at the arse.
No, that's just you, Petter. And now to kill myself a wyvern. Yes, I say wyvern. If you say wyvern, more power to you. I don't care. Pronunciation is a personal choice with me, as long as you're getting something remotely like the actual word. I could have made this actually a lot faster by using my a Draconite oil, but I didn't know this thing was going to be here. Also, yes, you can set a dragonkin on fire. That's a cockatrice over there, flying around. I'd really rather not fight it because I don't actually have any white honey, or I think it's white honey. Anyway, well, doesn't look like I have much choice. I'm fighting this level 20 cockatrice. This might. Okay, actually, that's the bleeding is bad, but at the same time, it's not as bad. The damage itself on its own is not as bad as I thought it would be. Not quite certain how it manages that, but hey, there you go. Oh, actually, that's what I needed. I did need a lesser red mutagen, and I just games with. Oh shit! Nope. Yeah, werewolves are exceptionally dangerous for me because of that regen, and I tend to fight a little bit like a berserker. Also, that thing hit me really, really hard. I hate to do this, but I'm not going to stand and fight that thing. There is just no way I'm strong enough to fight a level 32 werewolf right now. Yeah, let's go for this first. First off, I need repairs done to my stuff. 170 crowns, yeah. That's one of the reasons why you want to make sure your stuff is in good repair, because once you get to the point where it's actually showing as damaged, it becomes a lot more expensive to fix. Who hides a sword diagram down a well? Yeah, well, whoever hid this must have been a little rusty. That board is floating a foot above the water. This water is haunted. Oh, that's actually what I was here looking for. Also, I think the guard we just passed either needs to spend less time on a horse or find himself a laxative. Eh. I think the kid was singing the Witcher World version of the old Kookaburra song. If you don't know what I'm talking about, actually, I'm not sure if anybody is going to know what I'm talking about anymore. I don't know if they still do that song in kindergarten. Still not sure why Dandelion goes by Dandelion over his real name, but if you don't know what his real name is, I recommend you go look him up because there is a wiki for Witcher. I recommend you go look him up just once just to see what his actual name is, because it is hilarious, especially when Zoltan comments on it being strange, and I'm like, we refer to him as Dandelion, and you think his real name is strange? Anybody say, oh, that was the diagram I needed. Okay, there's 2 chests out here, and it's going to be in one of them. Luckily, Geralt can actually hold his breath for quite a long time. There we go. The drowners really don't interest me anymore. They are pretty much 0 challenge unless I'm half asleep. Oh, okay, so I'm actually probably going to have to fight those drowners over there on the land. Yep. Oh wow, actually that's a level 18 drowner.
What now, you piece of...
Alrighty. First off, switch signs. I would like to know how a creature well known for spending a lot of time in the water is so vulnerable to fire. I mean, I know it's magic fire, but still, it's fire.
I want to look around some.
Chest? Nope. Other chest. There we go. Let's try. Might as well try this one. Huh. Random small village. Is it still populated?
Whoa.
I'm guessing not. 7 bandits against 1 witcher.
Steal much?
I think they need
See
some more
any
friends.
monsters, eh? Shut off, Witcher. We've no need for you.
Actually, I see a few monsters.
Where? Bloody damn it, dumber than a hunk of lard you are. He means us.
We're common
Congrats.
folk. You're the mutant. The epoxy freak. Get him, lads!
Oh, there's only... Oh, wow. This is not even going to be a fight. This is going to be a slaughter.
Come on, come closer.
You know what? Just because it's hilarious for me, you work for me now. You know what? There's a job opening. This is actually one of my favorite tactics. Brainwash the guy who kills the guy I stole. Nothing says welcome home like the corpses of the things that drove you out in the first place. Alright, where am I actually headed? Okay, there's one right there. Let's head to the byways. What am I going to face is the question. Because very little can actually take on a Witcher that's had time to prepare, and those are specters. Actually, I was just in the right menu, wasn't I? Unfortunately, I don't have enhanced specter oil. That's a level 7 raid. Why was I worried? And that's how you two-shot a wraith. That's tacky.
Around some.
I'm sorry, that is just tacky, especially since that's a cat. That was a relative thing. Again, the diagram was in the well. I have to actually find the... There we go. Okay. Off your horse. And then stab you in the stomach. What were you carrying on you? Nothing worthwhile. Let's see what kind of crazy shenanigans I'm gonna get up to with this fight. Like I said, the upgrade to the Griffin School gear that I found, one of them, at least, is guarded by a level 32 werewolf, which I'm nowhere near strong enough to fight just yet.
Might want to look around some.
And there we go. So yeah, the next part of the basic set of the wolf, of the wolf school gear, involves going to Kaer Morhen. Also, for those of you that want to play this game and just decide to do a little bit of trophy or achievement hunting, there's one of them that you need to do where you use the Ard sign to push an enemy off of a high ledge to their death. You have to do it, I think, it's either 10 or 20 times, I can't remember. There's actually a place on Skellige. I can't remember exactly where it was, but there's a place on Skellige where you can find 2 bandits standing near a cliff. The cliff is high enough that if they fall off it, they will die. I think it might also be just because it throws them in the water. They might patch this after a while, but the funny thing is, if you find these 2 bandits, it's a very specific location. I don't remember which isle it's on, sorry, but it's a very specific location, like I said. What you can do is you can use the yard sign to push these guys off, walk off a little ways, and these bandits will respawn. They will do this pretty much forever. I just stopped doing it eventually because I got the achievement for throwing them off the high ledge. But you can actually just have these 2 bandits respawn pretty much constantly and throw them off the ledge all you want to get the achievement.
Leave her alone.
Why's that? Want us to plough you? Is that it? Doable, but you'll have to hide that mug in a sec.
Oh, I'm really
Piss off before I kick your asses.
We'll
Yeah.
see who kicks whose ass. Get him, lads! Pound his gob!
There's only 3 of you. I've killed bigger numbers.
Come on.
One down. Come on, I am the champion fighter of Velen and Skellige here. Granted, I wasn't. Wow, that last guy I just put down with 1 punch. What do we have here, I wonder? Guarded treasure, the level 14 wyvern. Shoot it in the butt. And then set it on fire. Oh good, that did work. Okay, it's a drowner nest. That I can deal with. Still got Igni set. Fish fry. Get to the nest and blow it up.
Drowners are coming out of there. Best blow it up.
You do want to back up because those bombs that you set in the nest can still hurt you. Treasure. Armor repair kit and diamond dust. Those are good. Oh, the diamond dust doesn't. Are you kidding me? Azure Wrath? Really? And hey, what do you know? It's junk too. 4 more drowners. Spare no one. Again, and that's actually something I was talking about earlier too, is the targeting in this game is a little bizarre. I mean, I had 3 drowners within 5 feet of me, and it decides that the targeting just instantly decides on the one that's, you know, 50 feet away, not even paying attention to me at the moment. That one actually makes a little more, that example actually makes a little more sense than normal, because that was actually the drowner that was directly in front of me. I've actually had the targeting in this game just basically target the one directly behind me. I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you get the idea. This could go horribly, horribly wrong. Snow surfing. So give Geralt a door to stand on and he could probably invent snowboarding. Okay, we're in the middle of a monster den. What do we got? Looks like we got a thing at Algul's. Yep. Algul Den. One of the big things you gotta know about Alguls is they have a spike. They have a group of spikes on their back. In fact, you can see it right there. The best way to deal with that is the Axii sign. It will temporarily it'll temporarily keep the ghoul from moving, the Algul from moving, and force it to draw its spikes into its back. If you hit it while the spikes are out, you do damage it, but at the same time, it's basically like punching a spiked wall. Hardened leather pants. Good for monster hunting and club wear. Also, I should point out something about the Axii sign use against an Algul. It is temporary. After a while, they are able to put their spikes back out, so you have to be careful with that. There is a treasure chest over here. And a dead guy. Oh. The enhanced bear school sword. Silver sword. I think we got a bandit. Yeah, bandit camp. Time for some fun. If you want me to die, come get me, boy.
Come on, come closer.
I am twice your level, plus a Witcher. It's a lot like Thief, if you've the PS4 version of Thief, but it's got quite a few differences. And for those of you wondering how I did that, you can pick up a talent in this game that allows you to reflect. If you time it right, you reflect a projectile back at the person who shoots it. And higher levels of it actually give you increased damage. So I've got it at max level. I think it does about like 60% extra damage. Might be more than that.
We'll fix you soon, don't you fret.
Until then, I have been D. Good night, and good gaming.